Hey everybody, how's it going? Had some leftover Jeep footage that I wanted to burn up, and some stuff I wanted to touch upon as well, so I thought this would be an appropriate time to use that footage. The first thing I'd like to touch upon is my subscribers. I would like to thank every single one of you that has subscribed so far and that will future subscribe and watching this video. As of March 1st, 2017, I am at almost 3,300 subscribers. That to me is really cool. When I first started this, it was just kind of no rhyme or reason. It was just a few how-tos that I thought would be cool to throw up to show a couple of friends here and there. And then it just kind of mushroomed and snowballed from there. So to the almost 33 and the upcoming subscribers in the future, seriously, thank you. That is so cool. And while on the topic of subscribers, I'd like to ask, since you have subscribed, I'm not sure when you may have. I know there's some that are pretty recent and others that have kind of been around for a while now. Am I still doing the content you had originally subscribed to me for, or have I just kind of deviated, but you're still kind of rolling with it? Let me know. I'd like to do a couple other little, rattle can projects since that's kind of what got a little bit of attention to my channel in the first place. And I know there's some other guys that are sort of just more interested in just the projects that I'm working on or just kind of networking or anything like that, looking to learn from one another. Let me know in the comment section below on this video. Something else I wanted to talk about very quickly, and I'll try to make this as condensed as possible, was the status of my real estate license. I had made a video a little while back saying that I was going to kind of change career paths a little bit here in life because I just don't want to go back into a shop. We'll talk about that a little bit later. I was talking to a few people that had taken the test, and I was reading a couple articles online saying that the California sales agent's license test has a very high failure rating. And I was talking to a few others that had just recently got their license, and sure enough, they said, yeah, we had to take our test like multiple times before we passed. So if this is your first time out taking the test, don't be surprised if you fail it. It's not the end of the world. So I was kind of stressing over that a little bit. And on the 26th of January was my test day, so I had to drive out to San Diego. That was like an hour and a half. And once I got into the test room, sure enough, about 15, 16 questions in, I started kind of seeing stuff I wasn't familiar with. And the room was so quiet, you could kind of hear everybody freak out. And some people were cussing underneath their breath, like the guy next to me. And yeah, sure enough, I failed the test. Going back to what some of the other agents were saying, don't freak out. It's not the end of the world. Usually a lot of people fail their first time out. It's okay. Study up, go back the next time. At least now you have an idea of what the test entails and everything like that, which is very true. Another benefit to that is they give you your results right there on the spot, and they have subject categories and the percentage you got correct in each category. So I'm studying all the categories and I'm weak at. And hopefully by mid-January, I'm going to take the test again. And to make it true, let's hope I pass this time around. So back to the subject of cars and why I'm doing what I'm doing so I can kind of fund some projects. I had mentioned when I was talking about the real estate thing that after that Camaro I had painted that I'm done. I don't want to take on any more customer cars. I just kind of want to jump into real estate and do my own thing, maybe record my own projects, this, that, and the other. Well, I've had a little bit of a change of heart. Now, assuming I pass the test in March for the second time, hopefully, there's still the fingerprints I got to pay for, the background check, the licensing fees that I have to do, all my registration and stuff like that with the BRE. Then we're talking about marketing, we're talking about the website, all the social media platforms that I have to work on, as well as doing a mail blast, getting signs and, soliciting for business and this, that, and the other. I think on top of doing that, I'm going to take on another car or two just to kind of float me along here a little bit. And that way I can put some cash in my pocket immediately. And that way I'm not going, months and months and months, and all I'm living off of is AdSense. Now, thankfully, with all the jobs that I've done so far, the videos I've taken, pictures that I have a pretty decent portfolio of stuff that I've finished and that look pretty good. And I can say I can do a pretty decent paint job. Granted, there are two vehicles that I should not have done, period, whatsoever. The Bronco and the Impala. More specifically, the Impala. And the reason behind that is when I was talking to the owner, he was saying, strip it to metal, this, that, and the other, blah, 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 blah. And when he brought it over, he didn't tell me that the thing was rotten through, and on the bottom ends of the quarter panels were rotten and disgusting. You guys saw some of the videos. If you haven't, go back and check out some of the past videos that I've done on that car. And as far as those two vehicles go, I actually lost money on those things, so that was a complete total loss for me. So yeah, we'll leave it at that. Now, as far as the jobs that I am proud of, anything that I've done for my buddy Mo, especially two cars that stand out to me was that Oldsmobile 442 that I did, as well as that 67 Camaro. Those two in particular I'm pretty proud of. I'm very happy with the way those cars came out. The owners, as far as I know, till this day, are still happy with the way it came out. So on that end, I'm pretty proud of that. Now, as far as diving back into my own project car, again, the reason why I want to take on some other extra side work on top of the real estate stuff is so I can kind of get started and sort of plan out how I'm going to actually do this. And, well, to those that don't already know by the pictures, this is Kit from Knight Rider. This particular car belongs to a gentleman named Michael Hyatt. We are friends on Facebook. I asked him if I could take a couple of these pictures of his and use them for this video, and he was gracious enough to say, yeah, go ahead. So if you're watching this, Mike, thank you. Really appreciate it, man. Now, without getting too far ahead of myself just yet, here's what my plan is so far. Hurry up, study, get my real estate license, get that all taken care of and put aside. Be very selective on the next customer car or cars that I decide to take on. And then after that, I'm going to start accumulating parts as I go. For now, I think it's wise that I hold off on buying the initial car itself until I find one that I deem a good enough starting point that I don't have to worry about too much. Also, I don't want one that's got, rotten quarter panels or a rotten floor, 300,000 miles on it or anything like that. Going to be a little bit more difficult to find, but I know they are out there. Now, some of the other things that have kind of led me to want to pursue this project car outside of it's a childhood dream, and, Mike's car is really awesome. That's kind of something to shoot for. I've also been keeping up with these guys, and their projects are something that really kind of motivated me to want to follow suit and sort of document my own journey for my own project car. So Mr. Fireman 164, Rodger with his first-gen Camaro, Erik with his second-gen Camaro, and Sam over at Classic Car Overhaul with his Impala project that he's got going on. What I'll do is I'll put some links in the description to their channels. Definitely do check them out. They're really cool guys. They do a lot of great work, and it's really awesome to see the progress they're making on their cars. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for listening to me yammer on for almost 10 minutes. Thank you to all my current subscribers, all my new subscribers. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for the comments. Thank you to all the folks that have given me some pretty good advice over the years. And I hope to return the favor. So like always, guys, take care, stay safe. We'll catch you on the next one.